Hello everyone, today is Tuesday, November the 1st, a new month, and we're gonna go with the daily technical video day. Guys, the risk again was short today, and we are suspecting that a cycle that started technically last week on Thursday is coming to the end. We see many of the pairs going into what we call an Elliott Wave 4 consolidation, and we should get another low which we should mark the end of the cycle. After, in an Elliott Wave, after a 5-way move, or you guys know, it comes a 3. So at this stage we should be right here, and we should get 3 ways back and another ABC. We were saying today on the forum that no matter what it is, this is the S&P. No matter what it is, either if this is W or this is 2, we're calling 2 as a preferred count. No matter what it is, after a 5-way is coming for the 3, a minimum of 3-way is coming pretty soon. After, you need to see the extension of the extension of the 5 before making decision that what's going to happen. Now, this is the S&P, and we can see that it did 3-way and now is completing a 5-way. Let's move on to the S&P on the 1-hour chart to see the drop with a better view, and it's very clear that we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and we should get a low either from current levels or 1237, and then from there we should trade lower. This is on the 60-minute chart. On the 60-minute chart, if we can put the RSI right there, you guys are going to be able to see that there is no divergence. This is an impulsive way, but in 3 ways. So if you're going to trade it, you need to define your risk about the previous 4 right here, and that should be a winnable trade to the downside. After this low in the S&P, a 3-way recovery should happen. Now, that's for the S&P. Let's move on to the dollar. The dollar is in very similar scenario. We believe on the dollar from the lows. Today we completed the wave 4, the wave 3, and we are already in the wave 4. The way that we look at same scenario, looking at the RSI, the high is the high, so there is no divergence, meaning that this is all wave 3, and we should get a 4 and a 5. And on, you can see the same pattern in almost every pair around the market. Now, there is one thing that worries us, and maybe oil is waiting for, maybe oil have 2 ways to look at it. Either it is on the big 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or it did a truncation. If it did a truncation, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings lower and maybe lower, but this looks corrected. This kind of worry me a little bit when it comes to being very bearish on risk, because this structure here is calling for at least a new high, unless you're calling a truncation here. Alright, so keep that in mind as an overall idea. Now let's move on to the individual pairs. On the individual pairs, we're going to start with the euro dollar. The euro dollar, as the dollar, is on the same scenario. I believe that wave 3 ended here. You take a look at the RSI, there is no divergence at all, meaning that this is a 3-way move, and we should get a 5th way either from current levels or a 30 or the 38.2 that comes around 38.28. Both of the current levels, it looks like a triangle can be in place, something like this, and trusting, or if we get higher, like we say, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Then we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, looking for 38 before lower. Anyway, the new low should complete a cycle from the top, and it's gonna represent a recovery to at least 139, at least the 139 area before going lower again. That's what we see for the euro dollar. It's the same pattern all over again with an exception of cable. You know, guys, cable sometimes goes in his own world, and this time I believe cable is on the, like, cable is leading the pack. And that's the case. What we see with cable is that possible cable ended already a 5-way move from the top, or an impulsive move from the top, and then cable should trade higher to the broken trend line that also come around 160, 160, 60 before breaking lower again. Keep that in mind with the cable. Now, the metal pairs that we believe that we have the right count and most on it, I believe that the CAD ended today wave 3 of 3, ended wave 3 today, I'm sorry, and the CAD is set to trade lower to around the previous 4 area, 101.51, 101.06 in extension before going higher again. And then we are waiting, guys, for get a long CAD after 5. When we see a 3 ways back, we're waiting to go long CAD. The same can be seen about, let's say, the Aussie trade, when at this stage it looks like Aussie is also in a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and Aussie is lagging a little bit at this stage. We believe that this is a wave 4, unless we got an extended wave 5 here to complete 5 ways. We believe that this is an extended 4, and minimum we're gonna see 101.50 to complete the 5, unless this is an extended 5. And let me clarify that again, because there is a possibility that that's an extended that this is an extended wave 5, and then we like to mention to you guys that that's a possibility. Now, New Zealand also is working in finishing either in a case with an extended wave 5, when you can have 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from here an extended 5, or is ending wave 3. If you take a look at the RSI, you can see that there is a divergence in say here. So that's why we believe that a scenario with an extended wave 5 is very possible on the metals, at least in Aussie and New Zealand. Now, let's take a look at another pairs like the Euro Pound. The Euro Pound looks like is in a running triangle, wave 4 right there, with a trough to end in a cycle. And I want you guys to understand where we are. We are ending a cycle, and even when we believe that these highs they're gonna be respected, we have to be careful that a deep retracement can take place very soon. All right, so I want you guys to understand that. Overall, to be honest with you, the market is very well defined. The market knows where he wants to go, only that now you need to wait 3 ways back and attack the dollar in order to be able to make some money right there. Now, this is the Norwegian krone. Again, it looks corrected from here, and it looks like it did 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's finishing an extended 5. If you look at the RSI, That's why we're labeling as an extended file, because you can see right there that this is the higher read on the RSI. But we see one more high on the dollar before dropping. But remember, guys, you're chasing there a wave 5. I mean, nothing that I've been chasing wave 5 all my life, but there is nothing that you need to be afraid on it. Sometimes come out good. What happened on Sunday with the wave 5, it was an aberration in my opinion. Now, this is the Singapore dollar, which also looks to be in a wave 4 with another highs coming in. You guys can see on the Singapore dollar, like you have 1, 2, the 2618 here, close to it, around the 2, when you can subdivide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you see 7, 8, nice swing to end this move, a wave 4, showing that another high in the Singapore dollar is about to happen. You can see that the higher read on the RSI is here, making the case that what we're ending in the whole cycle of the dollar is the wave 3 before another highs happen on the Singapore dollar, another highs happen on the dollar. So that's for tonight. That's what we like. We believe that risk of have one more cycle, and then after we're gonna see three-way move against the dollar before the dollar gets strong again. All right, so let's leave it there and get back to you guys tomorrow.